Thanks, Connor. Thanks, you guys, for being here. We knew last week was going to be a major test. The Tuesday home and the away Thursday at San Jose, who has not been the most friendly of hosts to us the last 5 years since I've been here. And so to go 2-0 on that weekend was incredible. I think the team handled it with great poise. I thought they were very professional the way we traveled. They were very professional with the way they prepared in the hotel. I was impressed each time we met. And it turns out the San Jose match could have been one of the funkier matches we've played. We opened up with letting them go on a huge run. We came back and won that set. We did the same thing in the second set. We lose that set, 26-24. Third set, same exact deal, 25-23. We get off to a slow start, but yet we make a major push midway through the set to finish out the set. We win by 2 points. And then I thought we opened them up a little bit in the fourth, and they came screaming back. And I think that what we're learning is, hey, every team in this league, you cannot take your foot off the gas. And so I thought we did that a little bit. I thought there was some moments that we easily could have let that match get away from us and slip through our fingers, and they didn't. The team didn't. They rallied. There was the energy off the court, the energy on the court was awesome. And San Jose is, like I said, it's been 5 years since we've done it there. And it was great to walk out of that gym with a win. And so no rest for the weary. We're right back at it. A great San Diego State team who's playing better in their last 3 matches than they were the previous 3 matches leading into our match the first time with them. And so yeah, they're going to give us everything they have. They've shifted their lineups. There's a lot of moving parts to their team right now, and so we've got our hands full. And so we just met as a staff this morning to go, hey, how are we going to chip away 1 more point per set? How can we be a little bit better than the first time we played them? And it's going to be a handful. It's going to test us. And then obviously there's a 24-hour prep period, and then you have UNLV, who's as good in this league as you can get. Obviously, their record would tell you they've had a couple tough matches the last 3 matches, but you cannot take either of these 2 teams lightly. And I expect us to absolutely have to grind and to earn every single point we get this week. So excited for a great week at home. We want to get everybody out there again. We had some great energy in the gym last Tuesday. We want to build off that. So 6:30 Thursday and 1 o'clock Saturday. We'd love to see people out.
Coach, facing San Diego State and UNLV both again during the same week, I mean, what makes it tough in conference play to see opponents again? You kind of know what they can do, but is there any challenges you face seeing them again as well?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think there's the very first one you face is, hey, we got this team last time, right? And that can be a really easy mentality to let yourself drift into. Is, hey, we did this last time against her, and hey, this is how we handled this, and this is how we handled that. And the reality is I asked the team just yesterday in our pre-practice meeting was, hey, let's have fresh eyes with this. Let's have a fresh perspective. I don't care what the outcome was of any of the matches we've played previously. The second round is all about who can attack it each and every day leading into it, and then who can go on the attack during the match. And so, I think that's the first thing you face. And I think the second thing you face is you see teams start to change some lineups or hey, some formations or just some attack distribution numbers. All of a sudden, San Diego State's setting a ton more through the middle third of the court, which is hard to defend. And so, so we know already we've got some new challenges coming at us just as we prepare for this week.
And best start to conference in about a decade, I think Connor mentioned. I mean, what are you seeing in this team that's different than any other team maybe you've coached?
Yeah, thank you. I would attribute it to the senior leadership. I'd attribute it to the players that are not on the court, knowing that, hey, I've got to stay really patient. My time is coming. It may not be today. It may not be this season. It may not be for a little while down the road, but players are being very patient. They're sticking with it. There's some great energy just regarding people supporting each other. We talked a lot last week about high demand, and what has to come with high demand is high care, because everyone's deeply invested on this team, but we've got to have high demand. We've got to have some expectations of performance and some expectations of accountability to execution of play, and so I think when you have people pushing for you and they're pulling for you all the time, that I think it allows you to do some really special things, and that's what we're seeing. And the reality is these teams that are coming at us are fighting for the same exact thing, and so we know we're going to get everybody's best every night, and so we've got to have this really tight team to go with the high demand. There's got to be the high care.
Is that something that comes with just time, experience, wins, or just like a combination of all of that?
I would say it's a combination. You know, this team that's kind of been together now. You've got some players that have been with us 4 months, and you've got some players that have been with us 5 years in Kate Biasu and Yeshua and now Callie Wolf and Mel, and you're seeing players that have been with us gelling with players that are brand new and kind of taking them under their wing, saying, hey, this is how we do things here, and this is what we want. And it doesn't mean we're perfect by any stretch, but I do think you see it's a culmination of factors of the veteran players and the youth, or the up-and-coming emerging players, saying, hey, we all want the same thing. And maybe some of us are at different places in our careers, but this is what we want, and we're going to go out and get after it.
Coach, last Tuesday, you talked about the travel and the schedule and the opponents, and it was going to be a challenging week ahead. Are the players taking the initiative when you guys are on the road to make sure that you're doing all the right things?
Yeah, I think we're pretty regimented. Like we've got routines that we stick to, and we do, and in my opinion, this is as professional a group as we've had. And I talk about that a lot. Is, hey, as we prep, what distractions can we get rid of? What are things that we just have to be so locked in on that doesn't become something we even have to think about? Hey, what time are we getting to scout? What are the notes we need to be taking in scout? How are we going to prep our bodies for play? How are we going to prepare after we play to make sure that the following day we're ready to get after it in the match? And so I think you see all those things. And yeah, I think at the end of the day, there's a real professional mindset going into it, and I think that's helping us out a ton.